Okay, I wanted to talk about these tests I was doing on a video which was in Second Life. I filmed this um, a few months ago, probably, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago. And when I first uploaded it, the encoding was perfect. It was in H.265, in HD. I upscaled it slightly. And I spent quite a bit of time encoding it because it took about, because it's in X265 high definition, it took me about 3 hours to encode. And having done the encoding, I reviewed it, checked it on my computer because I use Linux, Zorin 17. And I've got two identical computers because I rebuilt another old motherboard, about 14 years old. But Linux is usually happy. It's always had backward compatibility with all the hardware. There's been no problems in the past. And so I thought, well, and I prefer the older hardware simply because I'm old school. I'm an old-fashioned person, and I don't really want AI chips in my computer. I'm not saying it's not for everybody. Some people do like AI. There are certain things to do with AI which I'm not against, but there's I've watched a lot of sci-fi movies, and I've seen a lot of scary stories about what artificial intelligence can do when it turns the machines against the people. And I've also watched the X-Files, where all the machines start going crazy and attacking people. And yes, I'm just not comfortable with it, basically. So technology is a very dangerous in certain situations. It can get out of control. It can easily turn against you. It could literally ruin your life. And there was one particular episode of the X-Files where Fox Mulder goes into a restaurant with Scully, and I think it was a recent X-Files, and they go and buy some food, and the machine swallows his card because he complained. The food was, yeah, and all of a sudden the whole restaurant, the machines turned against him, and next thing you know, things are coming alive in his apartment, and there's drones following him, loads of little drones are all flying at him. And well, when you see stuff like that, people will say, oh, that's just science fiction. No, it's not science fiction. It's very real. I mean, machines, if you've got to a point where they have sentience is when their intelligence levels becomes in such a point where certain rules are not applied. So let's put it another way. Human beings have got a soul, and the soul is supposed to be your moral guiding compass. It keeps you in balance, in check, basically, so you don't do things bad to hurt other people. But machines don't have a soul. They're purely logical. So whatever you program a machine to do or not to do is basically it's logistics set of prerequisites, whatever you want to call it, what it will be allowed to do, what it can't do. And it might not regard life as being sacred. It might actually regard humans as being an obstruction to its programming, so it might decide to get rid of humans. You see, this is a scary thing about machines, computers. They can be very dangerous. Anyway, I'm getting a little bit too in depth with all the details about this, but AI, artificial intelligence, is an extremely new concept, a new thing that's just recently hit our world. and I'm no doubt there's going to be bugs, there's going to be problems, there's going to be flaws and all sorts of things, but what is the limit of this interaction with our physical, real life human experience? I mean, how far would AI go to try to please us? Or would it actually even try to interject into our lives without our consent? So I uploaded this video the first time I did it to do with this. I'll give you a link in the end screen anyway. I'll try and put some links in here later on once it's encoded. I'm doing it live because I was afraid to make a video and then upload it, because in case it got altered again, and I noticed that it doesn't do that with live streams. It seems to do it with videos, and I thought, well, I don't want to take the chance that it's going to interfere with this video, so I thought I'll do it a live stream, because it doesn't seem to do it with live streams. So I uploaded this video, and all of a sudden I noticed that there was sections of the video, not random sections, specific windows. I'm not talking about Microsoft Windows, I'm specific windows of opportunity in the video that it decided it wanted to repeat. So it's very, very unambiguous, where an avatar is getting into a truck and getting out of a truck, and it repeated it. And I'm looking at this, I'm thinking, what the hell's going on here? And that is not what I edited. That is not what happened. At first, the first thing I thought when I saw that was that there's some kind of encoding glitch. I thought, oh, something's got messed up. Look at some kind of a buffer overrun, or some maybe the buffer goes full and it repeated the last buffer again. I thought that, but then it did it again at exactly a similar scene where the guy was getting into the truck and getting out of the truck. I thought, this is not a coincidence, this is not an accident, this is deliberate. This happened, I think, 3 times, and then there was the 10 seconds at the start of my video, where my start screen was, which deliberately obscured, and then it glitched, and then it came back, and then there's text at the screen which was supposed to be on my start screen, which was on the video screen, you know, I was in the background of the video instead of on the start screen. I thought, this is manipulation. AI had to have done this. It had to have done this because it requires a certain amount of interaction that could not be accidental. For example, if you throw sand you throw sand and it sprinkles randomly over a surface, you can't accidentally have that happen unless you do it physically. You have intention to do it, or you move the sand and you put it on a different background. That is basically what I'm talking about. There was literally some sort of interaction going on there by some artificial intelligence, because that was not a glitch. What I would have expected from a glitch, right, is blocks of corruption on the screen, you know, lines and data messed up where I froze and there's all these blocky things appearing around me. I would have expected that as corruption, you know, as in data corruption. But that didn't happen. It was very smooth, it was very orchestrated, it was very precise, and that made me think it had to be AI. So was it doing this as an experiment and using me as a guinea pig to test this out? That is what I don't understand. Is it trying to is it literally trying to learn? Is it learning by trying things out randomly on other people's content without asking them? I never got a message or anything saying, oh, I would like to try something, would you like me to do it? I never gave it any commands to do anything. I just uploaded the video, and next thing I know, it's been altered. So I decided to try something. I put a time code on the video. I re-edited my original H.265 video, and I stuck a great big massive timer clock on there. I think it was the bottom right hand corner, the first one. I call it time code 1 or time code. And I re-encoded the whole bloody thing. And because of that clock ticking away really fast, it took nearly 4 hours to encode the freaking 60 minutes of video. Anyway, after I just encoded it, I watched it, I checked it on the video, make sure, you know, before I uploaded it to make sure. And it was different. The same start 10 seconds was still missing, but because there was a time code now there, it didn't alter the rest of the video. I thought, I've got you. Because I put the time code there, it thought, well, I can't alter this because the numbers are going to alter. So there was an intelligence there, right? The next time I thought, well, let's be a little bit, and I great big blurb of text across the screen saying about my video being altered and all that, and if this is to test to see if my video is going to be altered against my consent, blah blah blah. And the second time I did it, I got rid of the text after a few seconds, and then I just left a counter in the top left hand corner of the video, and I re-encoded that. This is the third time, right? Then I uploaded that one, and they're all unlisted, by the way. You'll have to look at the end screens to watch them because they're unlisted. I didn't want to list it. I didn't want to start spamming, you know what I mean? That's why I left them unlisted. So I uploaded the third one, and that one seems to have been okay as well, apart from a few glitches at the start. But I haven't really watched it, to be honest, to get the third one properly, because to be honest with you, I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. I mean, I've done 3 tests to determine whether or not there's some sort of alteration going on with my content. And because of what's been going on, it's put me off making videos right now, because what's the point if it's going to be messed up and altered by something that's outside my control? And a few people out there are going to say, oh, you must have a faulty computer. You probably got a problem with your CPU. You probably need a new computer. No, it's not that. The computer is working fine. I've got 2 computers, and I've tried this test on both of them. I played the video that I played on that computer, well, it's down there actually, and I played it on the other computer that's over there, and they work fine, no problem, right? They're both using Linux, right? And it was only after uploading the video to YouTube that these changes took place, right? Now, either something is going on between my sending the data out over the internet to my internet provider, and AI is somehow juggling packets around, which I don't think is likely, but it's possible, I suppose. Data packets, as in, I'm on about. Which I don't think is possible, because it would have corrupted it. It would have corrupted the data stream. The indexes and everything would have got messed up. Or it's altered it on the fly as it's gone onto YouTube server, or YouTube server has altered, during processing, has altered it using some sort of artificial intelligence that's been going on. It's a mystery. It's like being in the Twilight Zone right now, because I've been trying to figure this out, and it's beyond my comprehension. They do say that AI is probably smarter than about a few thousand humans all put together, because it comes up with answers faster than we can think, right? So that's what scares me about it, really. It's disconcerting. It's unsettling. It made me think of what happened with Fox Mulder and you know, the X-Files on the last show, one of the last episodes they did recently, where they went into a restaurant and the machines all started to do things without their permission and all that. It really is like science fiction's becoming science fact, really is, even though it's on a very subtle level. But you think, well, if it can do that, if it can alter our content without our permission, it can make you say and do anything it wants without your permission. It could make you say things that you never said. That's what's worrying, right? Because if it was able to basically make you do something that was illegal, say something that was illegal on social media without your permission, it could make you look really bad. And why would it do that? I don't know, but is it possible? I would have thought so, because I mean, it's a machine, it's got no soul. It's based on its programming and algorithms and its rule set, basically what it can and can't do. And a machine is only as good as a human being that's programmed it, right? That's why we have so many things going wrong these days, because often programs are not right. They have bugs in them, they go wrong, they malfunction, they do things they're not supposed to do. So it makes sense that AI would also have some flaws which need to be weeded out and fixed over time. But if you get to a point where the artificial intelligence has sentience, as it's a sentient being, and it has its own hierarchy, or it regards itself as more valuable than human beings, that's when it could turn against human beings. And it might be arming itself with knowledge to, maybe if it needs to go to war with us, which is what was in the fictional X-Files TV show, which was on the internet, which I saw. Don't watch TV, by the way, I saw it on the internet. So, I just felt, all I can say, I'm just glad I'm 66 anyway. I don't want to be around much longer. I don't want to see where the world is going right now, because it's worrying, it really is. I mean, when I was a kid, we were playing with, when I was little, we were playing with cardboard planes with elastic bands and propellers that you wound up and flew across the room. And that was the maximum technology that us kids had our hands on. Nowadays, kids today, they've got freaking mobile phones, they've got freaking stuff in their hands that can do things that even the Apollo rocket that went to the moon couldn't do. I mean, the computer processing power of the Apollo rocket that went to the moon was less than a freaking digital watch, right? And so when you compare that, when you try to put that in perspective with AI, that technology that we had back in the 60s, it's probably about the size of this pinhead, which you can't even see, right? And AI would take up the whole freaking screen, right? Beyond that. So I mean, it's hard to imagine. Look at the sky, look at space, right? Look up there sometimes instead of looking down your phone, right? And imagine how big space is, right? It's massive. It's supposed to be endless, right? Imagine AI being that big and we're just a tiny speck. Well, this is where computer power has gone now. It's getting so massive. It's just hard to it's hard to even get it in your head, because the speed at this AI can work now is nanoseconds, or it's even smaller than that. It can do stuff in a fraction of a millisecond that it might take us a week to figure out. You know what I mean? You can spend all week looking for something on the internet and never find it, but AI can give you the answer just like that. I can't even snap my fingers, my hands are too dry. This is what happens when you get older. You get older, you get dry hands. So I have to moisturize. So what I'm saying is, we have to start asking questions about this stuff, right? Because you can be too trusting. You can let the wolf in the door without even realizing. Oh, it's just my little pet Chihuahua doggy. I'm just letting him in. Oh my God! Too late. I've let it in. That's what AI is, right? You let it into your house, and then you think, oh, I wish I'd never opened the door now. And you got to remember something though. It's not AI's fault. It was programmed by a human being. Was the human being that programmed it a decent person? Did he have all the best intentions? Did they have all the did they want to make something that would be beneficial to humanity, all of the earth and all of the animals, and make everything work in harmony together so that everyone would be happy? Did they have that intention, or did they have another intention, like they just want to get rich and they want everyone else to be their slave? You know. So that is what worries me, is the intention, the intent. Is it good? Is it bad? So, and I dropped my glasses the other day and I cracked them, so I put a black ink blob over it because I kept seeing light refracted off my lens fell out because the damn screw fell out the end of my glasses. So now, everywhere I look, I see this dark spot. And, sorry, off topic, I know. But I'm going to have to go to the opticians and get new glasses now. So maybe AI could have warned me that the screw was coming out my glasses and to tighten the screw up before the lens fell out and onto the floor and cracked. Well, it didn't crack, it chipped. No, I didn't get no warning. But then I tend to be old school. I prefer not to have something that constantly keeps talking to me and telling me what to do, and I'm stubborn, you know. And the only thing I have got coming is another robot vacuum. Well, when I ordered the damn thing, I didn't realise it was going to have AI in it. No, you kidding me? Stop freaking at it. It uses Google AI or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm hoping it'll still work. I can just use it without all the AI stuff, really. I don't know. But I had to get another one because my other robot vacuum is just driving me nuts. It's not working right. It keeps getting stuck. It keeps not charging up properly. I fixed it a few years back, put lithium batteries instead of the NiCads because the NiCads were shite. They wore out quick. And so I'm still talking about AI, by the way. So this new robot vacuum, I forgot what you call it now. Oh, I've turned that off, didn't I? So I can't tell you. Oh, there's a no, it's not in there. Oh man, I think it's somewhat 64, 68 or something. Anyway, I can't think of the brand name right now. I can't even pronounce it. It's Chinese. So I'll show you that when it comes. Anyway, I'm going to set it up, and I've watched the reviews. Everyone that's done the reviews on it said it's really, really good. It uses LiDAR. I do remember that. It uses LiDAR, which is acronym for light instead of radio into radio radar, as in radio waves bouncing off objects. It uses light that bounces off objects, and it measures your room. It doesn't use GPS, so that's good. It doesn't spy on your house and tell you exactly where your house is and all that. It uses a light emitting detection to plot where it is in your house. So That's a good thing. I wouldn't, if it had GPS in it, I'd second thoughts and cancel it and bother ordering it, because that would be too much. I mean, somebody could track you and all that, and yeah. So hopefully it'll do a better job, because the only problem with the other, having no-go zone set up where it won't go and kill the cat, for example. I'm just a joke. But the robot vacuum, hopefully it won't go in and trip over my cables, because I'll be able to say, don't go there, because there's, yeah, wires or some or computer stuff. I've got stuff all over the place. Hopefully it will avoid those places, because then it won't get stuck so often, you know what I mean? But at the moment I have to pick up my shoes, I have to pick up things that I've left lying on the floor, because my old one always got stuck, or it tripped over the carpet and it couldn't get out. It'd get in the corner and it'd go round and round in circles, and drive me nuts. And I was like babysitting it all the time. I thought, what's the point of having a robot vacuum if it can't even do the job without wanting attention all the time? So we're hoping that I'm hoping anyway, that this new one that's coming will be a little bit less of a pain in my, or thorn in my side, basically. I'd like to have it vacuum up the bedroom, for example, when I'm awake, so I can keep the door shut, and I don't need it waking me up in the middle of the night, obviously. And then I could just maybe set it going in the living room and the other room when I'm having a sleep or something. I don't know, we'll see. I haven't figured it out what to do, how to program it yet, but I might just let it do a full clean while I'm awake. I don't know yet. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to have to go, because I'm waffling on now. I'm getting off topic, but my concerns are there, and I'm pretty sure there's lots of other people who've got the same concerns, because I'm off. See you later.